going to be so fun. Let me know if you guys are here in the comments so we can give you a big shout out. The Visionistas are in the house today. Woohoo! All right. So yes, I am Lynn Bardowski, founder at $1 Million Party Girl. For those of you that don't know me, I've been in the direct selling industry for about 3 decades. Yes. love this industry. Spent over 2 decades, actually 27 years in the field at the top of the comp plan, building a multi-million-dollar organization. That's the $1 Million Party Girl. And now, as Leslie said, I'm an author, speaker, direct selling expert. And today I'm going to be sharing 5 simple strategies. I'm all about the simple to really increase viewers and grow your audience. And I love what I just heard because, people don't wake up in the morning and go to Facebook to shop, right? When you need to buy something, you're not like, oh, let me go and see what I can find on Facebook, right? And so Facebook is the place to really build your community. That's what I want you guys to think about. And of course, that saying, if a tree falls in the forest, does anybody really hear it, right? And we don't want you to have that live broadcast that nobody is hearing. So I hope you guys have pen and paper ready to take notes. So my first tip is collaboration. I've been tapping into the power of collaboration since I first started in direct selling in 1990. I learned really early on that I didn't have a big network. I didn't have a big list to start to, book parties and get new customers. So I had to find other people that did. And I walked into a woman's gym and offered to team up with the owner of that gym and give away a product in exchange for me being there during one of their busy classes and setting up a little table and sharing some tips. Well, that launched my business and I'm still doing it today. I hope you guys have figured out this event, LiveCon, is a collaboration event. This is the example. So think about who, maybe if you don't have a big list, who can you invite to a live broadcast, to interview, to share value, to share their expertise that would be a great fit for your audience. And then you work together to both share and invite your audiences to tune in. That's how I also launched my book, Becoming a Best-Selling Author. I hosted author chats, live author chats, and invited, top direct sellers to basically do a book club, which you were just hearing, and invite me to share kind of a Q&A with their teams. And so you can continue to do that today. Think about whatever product you sell, who can you team up with? I'll give you a simple example. If you share hair accessories, how about a hair stylist that maybe has a really big following, even in your own community? Invite her to come on and share tips, interview her, and then have her share that with her audience. So collaboration is key to growing your list. You've also heard about that. That's my tip number 2. You have to have a way to follow up. So you might have, the best idea for a live broadcast and you're just pouring love into your tribe and you're sharing all kinds of tips. But what if you don't have a way to really get the word out and follow up? You need to be collecting, whether you're using what we call a CRM system like MailChimp to collect email addresses, or maybe you're using Project Broadcast. That's one of my new favorites, to send out a text message. And it's really why, one of the many things I love about this platform, BeLive.tv, is that you can schedule ahead of time. And if you have built that list where you've invited people to enter an email or enter a phone number to be able to get a reminder for your broadcasts, now you've got control. So don't give control of your business to any social media platform. We're kind of sharing on, based on their guidelines. We're playing in their backyard, right? So you want to own your backyard. Make sure you're getting those really important email addresses, building your list, and look at your broadcast really as part of your lead funnel process, right? You're pouring into people, you're giving value, you're sharing great tips. You want to make sure you have a way to let people know, here's where you can find the broadcast. And so getting those important email addresses or text messaging is really the key to doing that. Now, if you want an example of that, head over to my Instagram, same name, $1 Million Party Girl, and you can actually see how I have updated my Instagram. You can, of course, add one link in your Instagram bio. There's tools to add more, but we're just keeping it simple today. So if you were going to add one link to your Instagram bio, which brings me to tip number 3, cross promote using your other social sites and use the link to that sign up page. So you can say here, sign up here to get this free, fill in the blank, whatever that is. And that could be the link to the sign up, or it could be the link to even that live broadcast if it's happening that day, or even in replay. So that's a fun way that you can cross promote your other social sites to promote that live broadcast. And of course, there's more that you can do. So hopefully you guys are tapping into the power of Instagram and Facebook stories. They're getting more views than anything else, more than the news feed or even the Instagram feed. And so one of the really fun things that you can do, I'll give you like a little insider tip here when it comes to cross-promoting on your social sites, is to create a story about your live broadcast. Stories last for 24 hours and use the built-in feature to stories to actually add a countdown clock. So, oh my gosh, this is so fun. I've actually done this today. I do this frequently. So when you add a countdown clock, you can put in the date and time of your broadcast and name it. And so if you, let's say you have a weekly show, and I encourage you guys all to create your own show, super important in building that consistency that you've been hearing a lot about. And you can name your show on that countdown clock, but here's the really magic awesome sauce. People can actually tap that countdown and subscribe to it. What? Yes, it's true. So that anytime you create another countdown with the same name, whatever that, your live show is called. My weekly show, by the way, is called Social Girl Live. So I could create a countdown clock for Social Girl Live. And anytime I create that countdown clock with that same name, the people that subscribe to it in the past will get notified that I am going live. So this is a really fun way to tap into some of the new features on stories to promote your upcoming live broadcasts. I could talk about that all day, but that's just one way. So what else? How about Facebook events? I encourage you guys to create an event. Now, this is from your business page. This is tip number 4, by the way. If you guys are following along there, create an event on your business page, even if you're going live in your main page feed. Now, why do you want to do that? Well, Facebook events are kind of, at the top of the Facebook's priority. They've said, they're really focusing on providing relevant, meaningful content through Facebook groups and events. And so what happens is when you create an event and people RSVP to it, Facebook does a little bit of marketing for you. And you might have had this happen to you. Have you ever had Facebook say to you, your friends are going to this event, you might want to go too, right? And so that's how you can grow your audience and kind of tap into really simple things that are happening that's already built into this platform. So Facebook will help you do your marketing for you, but you want to be smart. What I recommend is to create that event, but you need to post some things in the event leading up to it. Let's say if you're doing something next week and you're creating an event for it, you've got everybody's email, you're sending that email out, you're letting them know to RSVP going to the event. Remember, you're not going live in the event. You're just using this event to basically get the word out, to get more viewers to that live event. And don't worry, tip number 5, I'm going to tell you how to do that. Don't go away yet. And so super, super simple. The more people that RSVP going, the more Facebook will tell their friends, hey, your friend's going, you might want to go too. But leading up to the event, post a daily tip. Something of value. Make sure you're always asking a question, right? Get that engagement and interaction going. Always ask a question whenever you post. That's how you get engagement. And then the little bells go off in the algorithm and tells Facebook, oh, people are interacting with this content. We need to show it to more people. It just helps you get more eyeballs on the, live broadcast that you created so more people show up. And then, of course, when they RSVP going, now they'll get that notification that says, oh, so-and-so, this event is happening. Make sure you know about it, right? Now, here's the little secret tip. When you go live in your main feed, you've already scheduled this ahead of time with BeLive, right? Share it to the event. I'm talking about going live in your main business page. Share it to the event on your business page. But here's what you need to do. When you share it, and of course, you can share it ahead of time because you've scheduled it ahead of time. If you've done that, I recommend you pin it to the top. You can click on that little drop-down arrow. Anytime you post something, you'll see that little upside down arrow in the corner there. Tap that, and you'll see the option to pin it. That way it's at the top of the event feed now. But wait, there's more. What you want to do is also click on it'll be a little blurb in there that says turn off comments. And you might be thinking, well, gosh, I don't want to turn off my comments, right? But yeah, you do, because you want all the comments happening where you are live on your main business page feed. You've shared it to the events, and this actually also works if you're sharing it to a Facebook group. Turn off those comments. And as you're writing the post, you want to say, tap on my picture. That way you can join the conversation. It'll automatically open to the broadcast where it's happening live. Otherwise, you won't be able to see those comments that are happening in the event. So that's a little thing you want to do anytime you're sharing your live broadcast to a group or to an event. Make sure you turn off those comments. And that leads me to tip number 5. And that is to really get that engagement and interaction going. That's really the power of live video, right? But it doesn't stop there. So, Facebook really wants meaningful conversations to be happening. So going live is really just part of it. Before you go live, when you've created that post, ask a question in the scheduled broadcast. And then as people are answering your question, maybe it's relating to, what do you want to know about this specific topic? And I'll answer it live during the broadcast. Well, as people are commenting, you want to come back and comment and reply to their comments. And even better, ask a question so they come back and answer the question. That's how you get that engagement going before you go live. That helps you increase your reach because now Facebook is going to show that broadcast to more people. That's how the algorithm works. You've probably been learning a lot about that. The more people that interact, those little bells and whistles go off. It's just like, oh, we're going to get the word out here, right? And then, of course, during your live broadcast, same thing. You're inviting people to, let people know about this who might be interested in this specific topic. Or if you have a friend that that would love to learn more about, fill in the blank, make sure you tell them we're live right now, right? So during that live broadcast, but it doesn't stop there. After the broadcast, you need to take the time and go back. And I probably spend about an hour after every live broadcast answering and responding to comments and questions that might have been asked. Even if I answered it when I was live, I still go back. Well, why do I do that? I do that to get more engagement and interaction going. So your commenting and replying is just as important as your viewers. It lets the algorithm know that you are providing that meaningful content. And then last but not least, host a watch party within 24 hours of your broadcast. Watch parties count towards your viewer count. It's a fun way, do it in a different time than the original live broadcast and see who is now joining in at that, specific date and time. You'll get more viewers by having a watch party in a different time, and find out who of your fans and your followers, might be around at a different time than when you're actually going live. So that's a great way to honor those people that are there for you. They're following your page, they're fans of your page, they're part of your community. Maybe they can't tune in at the date and time that you are going live. And so a watch party is a fun way to invite those fans and followers that can't necessarily be there when you're live. And you can then be there live, of course, in the comments. And you don't need to put lip gloss on, okay? You're not there actually live physically. So I love hosting watch parties. It's a really fun way to continue to build your community, add value, wait 24 hours, and then increase those viewers. Super, super simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. And of course, you can find me at $1 Million Party Girl on both Facebook and Instagram. Check out my story today